You are not going to beat Ugandans on my watch. No.
Hello everyone, how was your day? The Minister of Internal Affairs, Otafiire, is continuing to show the tenacity, is continuing to draw the line between the excesses of the NRM regime and himself. We all know that Otafiire is a bushwar general who went in the bush to fight for civil liberty and democracy, and is among the few remaining leaders in the NRA who's occupying cabinet. They are not very few. Okay, for the past years, one or two, Otafiire has continued to point out the wrongs within the NRM regime. In fact, he was also seen to be opposing the MUHOOZI project. Otafiire is, I think, the second after Sejusa to come out and oppose the MUHOOZI project publicly when he is in government. I've ever done a video telling you on how MUHOOZI will never be president, and if you missed it, I'm going to leave a link here in the description. Now, for the past few days, Otafiire has continued to fire salvos. The latest, he has come out to say that beating Ugandans is not allowed in the constitution and that it must stop. So I've come to examine these statements, whether they are genuine or he's just breaking himself from the NRM exercise or playing to the gallery. So in this episode, I've come to talk about Otafiire and these statements, what it means for our country, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So there is a video circulated on social media, and it's not the first when Otafiire is coming out to point out the excesses done by the NRM regime. In this video, he's seen telling the people that beating Ugandans is not allowed in the constitution. By the way, it is right, because for the past few months, the Uganda police and the army has been detailed beating Ugandans, maiming Ugandans, okay, imprisoning Ugandans without following the due process. And it puts Otafiire on the spot because he's the interior minister. Ladies and gentlemen, those who don't know, the interior minister is responsible for, one, for the police and its works, but also for the interior security. So anything done by the police, Otafiire can be culpable. We are in a season when international powers and countries are sanctioning leaders who may have engaged in excesses or who lead departments and authorities which are responsible for maintaining law and order. And since we are nearing an election, I think Otafiire is trying to play something which I'm going to explain. But before I do explain that, let me first give you the tape when Otafiire was saying those statements. Here is the tape.
You are not going to beat Ugandans on my watch. No.
That is Otafiire when he was saying that they are not going to beat any Ugandans under his watch. First of all, I get three things in these statements. One, by Otafiire being the interior minister, his orders can be put in order. Okay, but why is it that even after those statements, the police continues to beat people, the police continues to arrest people incommunicado? It means by him coming out to say those statements, he's trying to alienate himself from the exercises which are going to be done by the police in the near future. Since we are nearing election, there are some people who are still rotting in prison since 2021, and they are caught by police. Some are still in court martial. So by him coming out to say those statements, okay, he's trying to show the international powers that he's not the one sanctioning those statements. 2. Also, Otafiire, since because Otafiire is also in his 70s, which means that there are not so much time left for them being in power. And I think he may want to leave power without tagging himself on those bad things. One of the issues that led or that made Kale Kayihura one of the worst Inspector General of Police, that even the excesses even the bad things he didn't do, he used to come out and give them face. And these things are normally done by police officers. Ochola was a master in this. Even if the police did excesses, there is no day Ochola came out to defend those excesses. So Otafiire is trying to play politics by alienating himself from such issues. 3. We are also in the center of transition. It is now clear that General MUSEVENI wants his son to succeed him. And Otafiire is trying to lay a foundation of opposing General MUHOOZI KAINERUGABA, because he has already done so in various videos I've talked about if you have been my ardent follower. So by him coming out to to speak as if he's very concerned, he's also laying a foundation on how to oppose the MUHOOZI projects, because he sees like if the MUHOOZI project succeeds, he may be left out. Okay, because in every transition a person comes with his own people, so is more safe by MUSEVENI being in power other than his son being in power. Also, I think General MUSEVENI, on the other hand, this is my bonus point, is mocking people. We all know that those statements do nothing. The police will continue doing what it does undemocratically. The police is subjugated by a family rule, and that is General MUSEVENI and family. Okay, what General MUSEVENI wants is what police does. And it is a technique of Otafiire alienating himself and also showing excesses of the NRM regime so that he cannot be caught in the fix, since he is the Minister of Internal Affairs. That's the truth. And that is the wisdom of General Otafiire, who is the Minister of Internal Affairs. Of course, that's my opinion. Do drop me your comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.